Today we're going to look at a relatively easy sentence correction question. Of course I say easy, but there's a few idioms in here as well that if you don't know them, it would be hard to get this question correct. All right, as always, I had to redact certain portions of it, so if you'd like to see the full unredacted question first, go ahead and click the link in the description box to GMATClub and come back when you're ready. All right, let's read A. Turtles can endure long fasts in their ability to survive on weekly or even monthly feedings, right? So the subject of our sentence is turtles, right? Turtles do what? Well, they can endure. Well, good for them, right? Turtles can endure long fasts. So turtles can endure long fasts in their ability to survive on weekly or even monthly feedings, right? I think this is a great question for students who English is not their first language, because I think for a lot of students that are not familiar with English idiom, like A might sound pretty good. So let's pretend we were approaching it from that point of view. And so as a student, you're sort of like, well, I don't know. A sounds kind of correct, right? Maybe this could work. Let's move on to B for now. Turtles can endure long fasts, having their ability to survive on weekly or even monthly feedings, right? Again, like A, it's like, well, we've got the pronoun there, right? Having their ability, and turtles is plural. So you might be thinking, okay, well, this seems to have the correct antecedent and you know, I understand what they're trying to say, so maybe this is correct. Let's keep going. Turtles can endure long fasts due to having the ability of surviving feedings. Okay, this is just so terrible. I cannot let it stand. I cannot move on. I refuse to do it. So a couple things here that are incredibly important that come up quite a bit on the GMAT. So due to. So due to means caused by on the GMAT. So first of all, if you're ever not sure in terms of meaning whether or not due to could possibly be correct, replace it with caused by, read the sentence, see how that sounds. So turtles can endure long fasts caused by having the ability of surviving on weekly or even monthly feedings. Okay, well that doesn't make sense, because it doesn't make sense that the fasts would be caused by having an ability. The logic of that does not hold up. So even in terms of the meaning, right, that would not work. Also grammatically though, I just want to point out that to is a preposition, and so it should be followed by a noun. So due to having, almost any time you have due to, I say almost any time you have due to plus an ing verb after it, that is not going to be correct on the GMAT. So even if you didn't realize the meaning aspect, the ing would help you out as well. It's the exact same problem if we just skip ahead to E, which helps us save some time. Because of is a preposition just like to, therefore it should not be followed by having. If you go to my blog on GMATrockstar.com, there's a blog post that I think it's called Things the GMAT Does Not Like, due to plus ing or something like that, where I put like several examples of this. But this due to ing, because of ing, no, never correct. And there's many official examples of it being incorrect. So I highly encourage you to check out that blog post. If I can remember to put it in the description box, I will do that. All right. And then if we take a look at D, turtles can endure fasts because they are able to survive on weekly or even monthly feedings. Here, this is quite different because we don't have the because of. When you see because, you just have to make sure that everything that follows because could potentially be its own separate sentence. So essentially, when you look at because, what comes after it needs to be a standalone independent clause. So let's just look at that. They are able to survive on weekly or even monthly feedings, period. Could that be a complete sentence? Sure. So that's how I know because is correct. I've taken everything starting with the word they all the way to the end of that clause, feedings. And because it's a standalone sentence, because is correct. Again, let's just read it one more time to check the meaning. Turtles can endure long fasts because they're able to survive on weekly or even monthly feedings. Great, right? So here, this really comes down to, if we're looking between A, B, and C, and I know we talked about A and B and how maybe someone who English isn't their first language, or frankly, even some of us whose English is our first language, we might be a little bit confused and tempted by these two. But once you hear the because, you really understand that what was missing in A and B was a cause and effect relationship between these two ideas. So they can endure these long fasts, right? Turtles can go a really long time without eating, right? And it's because they can survive on just like feedings every so often, like weekly or monthly. So there's an expletive, like explicative, I guess not expletive, but there's an explanatory relationship between these two ideas. So that is really the nuance here. It's an easier question because I think if you know the due to and the because of idiom, and you know that after because you're looking for a full independent clause, it's a little bit easier. I think also stylistically, it's negative that A and B have a pronoun there. In general, style-wise, the GMAT prefers fewer pronouns whenever possible, so that's helpful as well. So yeah, I think actually, you know what, maybe on review, this isn't as easy as I thought. I think maybe there are some more subtle things going on with meaning. So if you have any questions about this official guide question, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'm also available at gmatrockstar.com, gmatrockstar@gmail.com, and I'm a regular contributor on GMATClub. Thank you so much.